I think it's recording.
Hello, Peggy O'Connor here from the Keller Williams Moving Houston team. And I'm coming to you today highlighting some of our area businesses here in the Tomball area. And I'm so excited because today I have with me Julio Garcia, who is the owner of Ambriza Social Mexican Kitchen. And if you haven't been there yet, oh my goodness, you're missing out on something, but you've got an opportunity to still take part in it. And then when all this is over with, absolutely get back and check it out because it's a wonderful experience. Julio, welcome. Thanks for being with us today.
Hi, Peggy. Thank you for that great introduction.
Absolutely. I've had the chance to be there, and so I know for myself, but tell our viewers, Ambriza Social Mexican Kitchen, a different name, a different experience.
Yeah, my wife and I used to own a different chain of restaurants. And out of nowhere, she said, "Hey, why don't we do Mexican? That's what we, that's our culture. That's what we know. And why don't we do that instead?" And, I always said, well, I'm so focused with these other projects. Who will take care of Ambriza? And she said, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'll be there every day." And so far, that's not true. I'll be in there every day.
There's a little carrot to get you to do it, right?
I know. But it's been a great experience. So we opened Ambriza in 2016. And the community believes that Tomball Vintage Spring community is phenomenal. Once they believe in the product, they just support you regardless. And they're there once a week, twice a week, making sure that they're supporting the businesses that they enjoy. So since 2016, we've won Best Restaurant of the Year, thanks to the community. Best in Houston, actually, Best Restaurant in Houston, 2018. Best margaritas 8 times so far. Every competition we've gone to, we've won first place. Best brunch, best lunch, best happy hour, you name it. It's been phenomenal.
Now, it's not the usual Mexican restaurant that we all think about, like, oh, let's go get some Mexican food on Friday night. This is different. Tell us how it's different.
So we serve authentic, what we consider authentic Mexican food. And what we do differently from most restaurants is we actually bring chefs from Mexico to come and invent and come up with what we feel is comfortable food, but in an authentic Mexican way. So in our restaurant, you will not find chile con queso, for example. That's not common in Mexico. You're not going to find nachos, for example. But you will find some very exciting recipes made from chefs in Mexico. The most recent chef we had at the restaurant, her name is Azul Hernandez. And she is part of the staff for MasterChef Mexico City. And she's in charge of making all the competitions, actually, for the chefs that participated in MasterChef Mexico. She spent a month here with us, creating different items. One item she created and has become very popular, for example, is called Pastel Azteca. It's an Aztec cake at the translation. And it's essentially a layer of tortilla with black beans and chicken and sauce and poblano peppers, and you stack it up like a lasagna. And then we top it off with a poblano cream sauce. It is phenomenal. I can tell you, I would challenge everybody to see if they can find that dish anywhere else. And they can't, because it was created for us by Chef Azul. And there's different interpretations in Mexico, but again, that's how we're different from most Tex-Mex Mexican restaurants.
Well, that's very impressive. I can tell you that I've never seen Brussels sprouts on the menu at a Tex-Mex restaurant, and those are some of the best Brussels sprouts I've ever had.
Brussels sprouts, one thing that we brought from Mexico in general, but especially Mexico City, is the street corn. So in Mexico, every little plaza, they have these street vendors. And one common vendor is the street corn, the corn vendor. And essentially the vendor gets the corn and filled with aioli, queso fresco, and a little bit of chili lime powder. We do it here at the restaurant. And it's by far one of the most exciting, best-selling items in the restaurant. It's so comfortable, it's so different. So it's different.
And the presentation's very festive too.
And you're right, and I think that's a big part of the experience, right? With our restaurants, we decided we were going to do everything to the best of our knowledge. So every plate that we use at the restaurant is hand-painted from Puebla, Mexico. It's not your typical China that you see everywhere else. It's hand painted. So every time we hear those plates break, it hurts.
Oh, I
uh,
bet.
the silverware that we use is hammered. I mean, it's just everything is, I think, a step above and beyond from everything else.
Even the decor.
The decor, thank you for saying that. So from the very beginning, we thought, we've known, because we've been in the industry for so long, we've always known that currently the ambience, right, the decoration, the way the place looks, feel, it's so important as part of the experience. So from the beginning, we set out to hire the best of the best, and the person who decorates, so who designed, the architect that designed and the layout and the decoration for the new restaurant is nominated, or was nominated top 3 designer in the United States. So he's out of Phoenix, Arizona, and the guy works with the best of the best in the industry. And we feel that if you come into a restaurant, and from the moment you step into the restaurant without experiencing anything, you're already inviting people to come and join you, right, for future experiences. That means we've done our work. And then, of course, we allow the food, the hospitality, and the experience itself to drive more frequent guests and more reasons to come back.
Well, we're going to have to wait a little bit to experience the interior, but we can still experience parts of your menu, cocktails included, and we'll talk about cocktails in just a minute. But tell our viewers how they can experience Ambriza right now as we wait it out here.
So as everybody knows, dining service is closed at the moment, and I think we're going to be closed according to the most current report until May 1st. God willing, we'll be able to reopen. But right now, we have created a curbside and pickup designated area for both restaurants and the Vintage Park and Cypress area, Town Lake. And we also have a form online where you fill the form or you call the restaurant and we'll bring the food to you, to your door. Our staff is doing the deliveries to your house.
And they can find that form on your Facebook page?
Facebook page or online at www.ambriza.com.
Okay. Now, when we talked earlier, you told me about something that's brewing. You've had several customers talk to you about how they can give back. Of course, they're supporting you, but you and your wife, your staff, your team, along with your customers, you're launching something to help the community. Tell us about that.
So again, as I said from the beginning of this interview conversation, the community in the Vintage area, Cypress, Tomball, it's a phenomenal community. I think that's once they embrace you, they really care for you. So throughout these challenging times, I've been getting phone calls daily, texts, emails daily, wondering, Julio, I am fine, right? As a guest, I'm still working, I'm still producing. I'm the only thing that's changed is I work from home. But other than that, my life is the same. How do I help, right? And I think that initially their concern was about how do they help us stay afloat? How do they help us as a business to continue operating and staying open? But I think has evolved to much more, right? Now they wonder, I am perfectly fine, and I see that there's people out there fighting this virus, like doctors, nurses, hospitals, just people in general that need or that are out there doing it. And I'm here not helping in any way. I want to help, but I know I can't go to the hospitals because I don't want to be contaminated. I don't want to catch the virus. So my wife and I decided to partner up with our guest, right? And it's something we're launching today, tomorrow. And I believe the details are still undefined because we just talked about it yesterday. But maybe we'll start a GoFundMe account. And this is what we're proposing. For us, I want to partner up with the community. So for us to sell a burrito bowl, which is rice, beans, protein, guacamole, margarita cheese, and all that, we charge normally $12, $13. We want as a business pay for half of that. Right? We want to help and do this with the community. So the community pays $6. We'll match the other $6, $7 to feed one person. And if we go and do this GoFundMe and there's thousands of dollars coming in, we'll match for every $6 that come in, we'll match another $6. And we want the public to get involved because we wanted to say, okay, Ambriza, I want to feed this hospital today, and they have 100 people. Right? I contributed $100 or $20 or fine, whatever it is they want to contribute. And I think that, I think you were sharing the story with me where nurses go without eating sometimes because the cafeteria is closed or there's nowhere to eat, or they ended up eating cold pizza, you said. If these people are fighting for us, there's people are fighting for our economy and for everything to get better. I think it's a disgrace for them to be eating cold pizza and going the entire day without eating because there's nowhere to eat. Or I don't think that's fair. So as an Ambriza and the community, I think that we can make a positive impact. And I believe that we can feed every nurse, every doctor, every hospital from here to the day we're open. So that's going to be something that we're creating, and hopefully by doing this, we all feel like we have helped. Sorry.
That's okay.
Coming in. So we feel like we've helped through this pandemic.
That's a phenomenal goal, and I think one that can be easily achieved. We do have a very active community. We have people who want to help others, and as you said, if they're in a situation where they can and they want to, this is great. This is an ability for us to help out our community as well, and especially those folks on the front lines who are really putting their lives at risk to get our loved ones back to perfect health once again. So thank you to you and your wife Amber for creating this, and I'd love to keep the dialogue going, and we'll find out how we can get the word out as this kind of forms and bakes a little bit more. In the meantime, thank you so much, Julio, for being with us today. It's been a pleasure to visit with you. I can't wait to go get my curbside order, and then May 1st be in line, because I'm sure you're going to have a lot of people ready and excited to see you again inside the dining room.
Don't forget, when you come pick up your order or we ask us to deliver, order margaritas, because they're available.
How? Oh my goodness! I've almost failed as a reporter. Yes, your margaritas, they're fabulous, and we got our orders to go last week, and nice how you put them in the little plastic bottles.
That's the law. They have to be sealed, and they have to be ordered with some sort of food. So you can order 3 gallons of margarita with chips and salsa, and that's perfectly okay.
And that keeps the blues away, right?
There you go.
All right. Very good. Well, again, thank you for being with us. And to the viewers, if you have a local business that you would like to have highlighted, please message me here or email me at Peggy, P-E-G-G-Y, @movinghouston.com, and we'll get in touch with them, and we'll see how we can get their business highlighted too. So everybody, have a lovely day and wash your hands.